I've known you for years. We've done a handful of these, but we have new people coming in to ShineOn all the time. And I think there's probably a lot of folks here that don't know you guys. So I kind of wanted to start this out with a little bit of your origin story, how you got into print on demand, how you found yourself in the place you are now, where you're leading a huge community of thousands of people. I've got to give you real props. You have generated multiple top sellers here at ShineOn that we've been able to track directly back to you going through some of your education programs. So let's just start out with the origin story of you two. And by the way, I don't know how far back you want to go, but I remember last time you kind of had a story how you guys met and fell in love, and you kind of went through some trials and tribulations. And I remember there was some really touching stuff with your kids for a while. I don't know how deep we want to go into all that, but that stuff I still remember from several years ago. So anyway, I'll hand it over to you. What is your origin story? Where do you want to start?
So I guess first is first. My name is Reggie.
And I'm Tanya.
And we go by Mr. and Mrs. Ecom. We know a little bit of people in the world, but if you guys see the chat, a little bit of our family members showed up. But real quick, my wife and I... Just a few of them. I asked them already to behave themselves. I see Eve already is like, we are behaving ourselves. I said, okay, now. They already know when I start dropping the purple emojis, drop their purple emojis. No one throws pineapples today, okay? But I'm going to be on my best behavior. So they know that's my... That's
his halt.
My halt. They throw pineapples. But real quick, my wife and I have been in the e-commerce space since 2016, where I walked away from my six-figure salary career as a system administrator in actual IT company in West Hartford, Connecticut, because as life would have it, we wanted more fun, freedom together and as a family. And like many of you guys are here that are literally just trying to figure out another way, it wasn't until we lost it all that it actually finally connected that, you know what, we got everything we need to move forward. And I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about that. My family and I have, as Mike has said, have not only created top sellers, we've been obviously acknowledged for the work that we have done in the educational space across multiple platforms. But when it all comes back down to it, the biggest thing that literally propelled us from where we were to where we are right now is doing it together and as a family. And as you guys can see in the chat, all the purple hearts are there because they understand that we can actually do more together and as a family. During that period of time of trying to figure out exactly what life would look like after walking away from my career and trying to just replace my income, we actually fell in love with this process. It was Teespring at the time, where you can actually design actual t-shirts and products. And if you got a certain amount of orders, people were able to get those orders. And it became something that little by little took over our actual world. It's crazy to think about, but like not many people know we started from the basement. But even before then, I started from my actual bedroom closet. And then now since then, we have around 30,000 members across the board, around 40 plus programs across the board, a team that's around 151. Shouts out to all of my actual team members out here.
Did you say 40? Like 40?
Yes, sir.
Holy crap, I didn't know that.
I mean, allow me to reintroduce myself. My name,
yeah, no kidding.
You
guys have been busy.
We got some things we got to catch up on, young man.
Apparently.
Shouts out to all my integrators, my gatekeepers. Even though they may not like me today, they know how we do it. Yes, we have over 40 programs across the board.
Wow.
30,000 students across the board. Our subscriber list is over 600,000 since we started from our actual basement together and as a family. And shouts out to 151 plus staff members, including the most amazing coaches in the world, around 50 of them at the moment. So we understand that we can actually do more together, right? So yeah, we when we roll up, we roll out. But the big thing about all of that, it has to start from the why, right? And so without holding you guys the most, I understand that every single Q4, it's a Q4 that will change your life. And if you have not seen this picture, or not heard me talk about this picture, that means you haven't been around me long enough. But let me just give you guys a quick story. Imagine you just walked away from your job to be a better husband, a better father, and it went from, okay, it's all right because we're financially together, to now I'm in the negative. And I wanted to quit. I wanted to go back to the regular, everyday grind, right? Taking the blue pill, go back to the schedule, exchange my time for income. But it wasn't until my little light of mine, my daughter, had designed this for me, and I laminated it, and I keep it on my desk because it reminds me of why I'm doing this in the first place. Because before it happened, she saw the riches. She saw the pot of gold, but the very most important lesson is that if you don't understand your why, who you're doing this for, it won't happen. And what's even crazy about it was a Q4 and is a Q4 every single year that greatly changes our lives. And today, while I'm trying to figure out what I want to go over, because Michael's now giving me, I think, some free reign, I want to talk about exactly what having that type of why with the right type of products, with the right type of systems and solutions at your fingertips can mean for you and your family. So who's ready?
Let's hear it, dude.
That's it. You know, I'm seeing all my hearts. I'm seeing everything. Shouts out to all of our actual community, our family, our coaches, our team members. Yeah, we've kind of grown a little bit, Michael. It's kind of.
Can you see the comments while we're doing this? Okay, good.
I see all our teams. I see our coaches. I see our directors. I see them all. So I know they ready to rock and roll. But yeah, I'm excited about this stuff. I'm excited about showing exactly some recent gifts we got from the North Pole. So I'm not sure if you guys have seen any of the amazing products that are currently leaving out of like the North Pole of ShineOn. Yep, HQ. But
I'll make you bigger. Hold that up again.
Definitely. I definitely want to, I think you done switched out on us. Definitely want to showcase how these products can be generated within seconds today. And hopefully, I want to make sure you guys get some inspiration from them all. And even more so, if you guys have heard my story in the past, one of our actual Q4s, it was Christmas ornaments during COVID, by the way, that changed the game for us. That changed the game forever for us. So do you guys want to learn how to quickly do this thing? Because like having that right type of why, and then having the system, and then having the most, I want to say, active, like, oh man, I don't even want to like hold no cap, as the young kids would say. But I've never had the ability to actually talk to not only a company that not only is meant to service their merchants in a way that, hey, we want to educate you and provide the service like ShineOn. And that's just far. I've been with quite a bit of them. You know, you can't pick up the phone and call somebody. You can't reach out to them. So that's one of the reasons why we ride with ShineOn. While we know there's hundreds, and we've worked with them out there, it's, hey, during this time of the year, we don't got time to be worrying about all the extra stuff. We want to create the most best experience for our customers. And if that's not you, you won't struggle this fourth quarter. So, Michael, are we good to go? You know, you ready?
Dude, 100%. I want to say real quick that, I had a call with you, I don't know, 2 months ago maybe or something like that. And you said something to me that really, it kind of rang my bell a little bit. You said that you have this community and you want to send this community to a print-on-demand partner that you can trust to create like a great experience for them. And you kind of talked about, now I don't want to put words in your mouth, so you tell me if I got any of this wrong. You kind of gave me the impression that you weren't getting that from some of these other suppliers that you're trying to work with. And it just really rang my bell that, like, at ShineOn, I actually feel like we are kindred spirits, and that honestly, if you hadn't come up with the fun freedom family thing before us, I think we probably would have got there eventually, kind of hitting ourselves that you beat us to it. But like, we really do believe in that. Like, we're big believers in building a positive community that's supportive, where we're like helping each other out, and we're making this accessible for people. And we're helping people through those initial challenges of like kind of getting on their feet. But when you said that to me, it really rang my bell and made me realize that, like, really, like, there's a bunch of people in the education space, but you're a behemoth, and you just want a reliable partner you can send folks to, and like make sure that people have a great welcoming experience that kind of aligns with some of your existing brand values. And as soon as you said that, it just hit me. I was like, yes, that's where ShineOn needs to fit in the marketplace as we move forward here. It's like, we need to become this place where all these coaches, creators, influencers, folks like you can feel safe sending their people to, and we're going to reflect back to them the values that you've inculcated them with, and we're going to be a boomerang. People are going to come to us, and they're going to come right back to you, right, to get more education, more experience, to follow you kind of into the night, so to speak, to learn how to do this print-on-demand thing. So anyway, it really, really rang my bell when you said that. We really believe in what you guys are doing over there.
We appreciate you guys giving us that opportunity, and I'm excited. Shouts out to all of our actual family members that not only allow us to guide them, but even more so trust us to find the partners. I can't tell you how many of our students are like, Coach, who do you trust? And I always give them my trust list because, of course, we know we can do more together. That's it.
Yeah, absolutely, man. How do you want to do this? Do you want to just start screen sharing or what?
I mean, do I have control? Because I'm
Dude,
gonna be
brother,
all right, good. So,
your controls, man.
So every single one of you guys that are here, I want to just get your mind prepared for what we're about to embark on. Today is November 1st, okay? And when we're talking about November 1st, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. I want to make sure everything is good here. Let me see here. I'm going to move me out the way, move everything out the way. Let me know if you can see my screen.
I've got the thumbnail, but you tell me when you want me to broadcast it, because I.
Good. So go ahead, and you're ready to broadcast.
On Google, right?
Yep, I'm good.
Okay, making sure. Don't want to make a mistake in front of a few thousand people here.
No worries. By all means, we have that same scenario. So here's the part right here that people struggle with, which is like, how do I know what I'm working on, what I should be focusing on, and even more so, like, what should I be doing at this time? And so I always like to start with like, hey, let's just ask ourselves, what are people doing? What are people buying? What are people into? And let's get to work, right? So let's get to work. So right now, as you can see on Google Trends, it's telling you what's buzzing in the world. But let's go ahead and just type in the word Christmas ornament, for example. Okay. And if you know anything about Google Trends, it's going to show you the actual interest of an actual like trend of the product that you are typing in, or the overall query that you're putting in. So we can see right now, Christmas ornament, as of right now, is starting to pick up, okay? We see that right now. I want to make sure everybody gets this. Like, hey, like, what should I be focusing on? What should I be doing? And the crazy part is that when our students come to us, I want to sell this, I want to sell that, I want to sell this, I want to sell that. I tell them quickly, listen, there are 3 ways my wife and I have made our online riches. Believe me or not, it's the same 3 things that we have really focused on. And we first had to understand something I learned recently from actual Russell Brunson when we were recently awarded one of our awards. And he was like, listen, like the driven are the individuals that can understand the resistance for every single opposition or problem they're facing. So I was like, okay, what does that all mean? So since someone broke it down, I was like, listen, we're going to teach you the 1-3-1, okay? All right, so I'm going to break this down for y'all right now. So, like, what is the problem? I want to get into e-commerce. I want to get into print on demand. I want to find the very best product. Yeah, okay. What are the 3 products that you are interested in going after? Well, I'm not quite sure. Well, I'm going to show you how to do that. But what we want to be able to focus on in these 3 phases is basically selecting the best product with the least amount of resistance that you are able to crank out concepts, designs, and test fast, okay? So that's the 1-3-1. So like when someone's like, hey, coach, I want to make an extra $100 a day or extra $1,000 a day, I'm like, do me a favor. Find the right people that are searching for the right product at the right time on the right platform. And so just go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, I just want to piggyback on that real quick that a process that you can do over and over again and kind of increase your iterations on a thing, that is super freaking important, because if you're bouncing around from product to product and having to learn how to do it, takes forever. And in print on demand, it's a skill. This is a skill, and it takes time to develop, takes a lot of effort, takes the right knowledge and training. It takes a lot of commitment. Not everybody is guaranteed success. Sometimes it takes a little bit of luck, but getting yourself out there, doing it over and over and over and over again is the best way to put yourself in a position to get lucky and to hit these big winners.
I couldn't say it Like, I couldn't say it better. And so I wanted to show you guys something that we're going to be pushing our actual family members to do more. So real quick, how many of you guys are actively looking at ShineOn's catalog? Because this is very important, right? Like, I remember one time, I think I was hanging out with Eric, and I was hanging out with the current CMO at the time. And I remember I was looking at the logistics. We were walking through their warehouse, and we were seeing all of the huge, like boxes all the way from ground to the ceiling. And I remember there was a period of time where we ran out of some gold necklaces. And so I pulled up. I said, Eric, look, I don't know what to tell you, but my family and I are selling out all these gold necklaces. So I need you to go ahead and put some to the side for us. And so what he was explaining to us was like, man, every single year we try to forecast, we try to look at different things, and we have an amazing team that are doing the research. I just got to figure out a better way to have our actual sellers like understand that we're doing the research too. We're doing the research too. And that was super important to me because I'm like, great, as long as you're doing the research and I'm doing the research, we can mesh well together. So the reason why I said have you guys check out the catalog is because there's some amazing products that are literally 6- and 7-figure earners. And I want to give them to you guys right now. So who has a notebook and pen and paper together? Because it's kind of crazy that they all kind of go together, right? You kind of got to be a ninja with it, but they all go together. So like, let me just kind of break something down. I didn't want to go down memory lane, but in 2022, or 2020, this is what we used to get from ShineOn. Some things never change.
Wow, that is old.
So listen. You know, I don't know what I'm doing right now. I got a whole script. People done already put a presentation together, but I'm going off crisp today, off script. So when ShineOn would actually give this to top merchants, I think we were the first ones that was like, hey guys, we like that you give them to us, but we feel like it's an unfair advantage. And ShineOn was like, we agree, everybody should have this information. But when I tell you some things haven't changed, we're literally doing the same thing. We just got to choose the right product that fits it. For example, in 2020, these were the 5 top products. They gave us the messages. I gave y'all all that. But they gave us the top products, and we were like, okay, we know what niches to go after. Soulmate, granddaughter, soul sister, to my wife, and to my daughter. We knew exactly what to go after. We were like, okay, these are the niches, okay? And so just the other day, I'm scrolling through our good old friend ShineOn, right? And I'm like, hey, team, what is the scoop like ice cream? What do you guys see moving and shaking right now? And they're like, okay, well, we're going to tell you what we see moving and shaking right now. And I just want to kind of blow this up for you guys. But like, as of right now, we got granddaughter, we got soulmate, and we got wife. So let me just kind of put these next to each other, because I need y'all to kind of grasp what I'm showing. So we got to my soulmate. Okay, so in 2024, to my soulmate. Okay, great. We got to my granddaughter. In 2024, we got granddaughter. Okay, we got soul sister. It ain't here yet. We got to my wife. We got wife here. Okay, to my daughter. Okay, we got daughter here. So real quick, before we get into the products, can somebody tell me what niches we should be focusing on? Because the things that we like to move on is data-driven. And Michael, let me know if I'm off base. Send me a shoot message like, hey, like I ain't want you to go all that, but you know.
No, you're good, man. I don't remember sharing the thing you have on your left. So I will tell everybody we don't share phrases or anything like that anymore, but we do share product research, and we also share like the thing that Reggie's got on the it's on the right side of my screen with the niches and the products. We do share that. So just a heads up, if you come to us,
I heard you.
We don't give away phrases anymore.
So let me be clear. A lot of these actual phrases were collected across the board, right? And so just to be clear, if you're trying to win, this is one of the things I want to be clear on. This is not to copy. This is not to quickly go rephrase it. But even more so, if you have the ability to, get this type of knowledge. Like this one right here is probably the one Michael is accustomed to, right? Because this is the one right here that was super important in our actual journey was like, hey, we knew what type of products to go after. We knew what type of like niches to focus on. And it's the same thing. It's literally the same thing. Don't worry about nothing. Michael, is this better? I want to make sure we good here. Okay, it's the same thing.
Bro, anything we've shared with you, I don't mind you sharing. I just wanted everybody to know that.
Yeah. I want to be clear. Michael, listen. You know, we may got G14 classified. I do apologize. But go ahead.
No. You didn't do anything wrong. I just want everybody to know, don't come to us asking for favors because we would never. I'm not sure when you got that. I don't remember it, but we would never violate merchant trust like that and give away phrases that a merchant's popping off on. We're not going to do that. So I'm not sure where that came from. This was also 4 or 5 years ago. So, things change. But if you do come to us, we have those sheets on the right, totally ready and available to everyone.
Guys, we're not being invited anytime soon. So we're going to be wrap this one up. We're going to wrap this one up. But on a serious note, though, what I'm showing you, every single one of you guys can go and see and find. And I'm going to just bring it back into the direction I need you to focus on, which is, again, what is going to help me get my first sale, my first 10 sale, my first $100 day, my first $1,000 day in a short amount of time? And it's focusing on what people are actually buying and searching for. Can we be clear on that? Because the reason why I pulled it up in the first place is confirmation with every single seller that comes to our family. Like, what should I sell? We're literally looking at historical and we're looking at current. And right now, there is no difference this time last year. This time the year before last. I want to be clear on that. All right, I want to be clear on that. So now that we have that together, then it comes down to what products would work for those niches. And I'm going to tell you my top favorite products. The necklaces has always been it for us. Like from day one, when we first started messing with ShineOn, the Jorges, the Stevens, the Debras, the Gingers, the Gales, it was the necklaces, right? It was the necklaces. But then obviously people start to change. But the crazy part is when things change, you have a choice. You can either soak and be upset about it, or you can honestly pivot. So the same amazing messages that we actually would literally create for necklaces, we could use for acrylic. And then blankets. And I'm going to just keep it real. I've done 7 figures with blankets. We've done 7 figures with necklaces. We've done almost 7 figures with acrylic.
Dude, I got to jump in. My team just messaged me. That was from our internal stores. You guys gave me a heart attack, man, because I'm like, we would never ever do that, ever share a merchant's winning phrase, not in a million years. And I was like, we need to fire somebody over this. I'm like, what the hell happened? It was from our internal stores.
see, we ain't getting invited. Hey, family, we can pack this one up. We go home.
That was so long ago, I couldn't remember. Anyway, sorry to interrupt. Go ahead.
No worries. But here's the thing that people, after that, if we know daughter, if we know granddaughter, if we know like, hey, we got these amazing like niches to go after, then the next step is doing this. Let's just say daughter, for example. And let's take daughter. I want to show you guys what I would like every single one of you guys to do to kind of help you move and shake, okay? So number one is I have the niche. The niche. Let me blow this up for y'all. I got the niche, okay? The niche is daughter, okay? Plus catalog. See, look, Michael's like, everybody fight today. How you get that? Everybody fight today. They messed up everything.
Santa Claus is getting a lump of coal.
Santa Claus getting a lump of coal. So we got daughter plus catalog. So if I said necklace, I want to change where it says catalog and put necklace here. Okay? So daughter plus necklace equals inspiration to go create. Right? So it equals your creation. Okay? And I want to show you exactly how we would do this. So let's just go over to our good friends Etsy. And again, well, you heard Michael said they ain't gonna never give up nobody's stuff. That's 100% true. But it's how we still find it anyway. Go over here and type in daughter necklace.
Yeah, by the way, anything you find in product research is fair game. Fair game. I'm just not going to go into our data and share stuff. So you're good, man.
So look. Hey, if my family's on here, y'all throw the pineapples if I'm going too deep. Y'all know,
dude, you're good.
All right. So when we type in daughter necklace, okay, one of the first things I would like you guys to do, instead of just looking at everything that's on the screen, go ahead and hit the drop down and go ahead and look at top reviews and then also do newest. All we're doing right now is getting inspiration to see what's out there. And I'm gonna be real, all these designs, you probably have seen them over and over and over again. But like Michael would tell us back in the day, if they cry, they buy. So right now you have to ask yourself, okay, if I'm doing daughter plus necklace and creation, who is it coming from? Who is it coming from? And you need to determine that during your research, because people will go out there and they'll say, oh, I'm going to do a daughter necklace, but they can't connect with the actual avatar that is going to present this to the actual daughter. So for example, something a dad would say, a father would probably be slightly different than what my wife would say. And so I need you guys to understand, it doesn't matter if it's artificial intelligence, it doesn't matter if it's TikTok, Instagram, it don't matter. If you cannot connect with the audience, you're going to be in trouble.
Dude, I totally agree with this. When I got started, I started in the wife niche because it was one I felt like I understood. I didn't have any kids at the time or anything like that. So I focused specifically on the to my wife type phrases. It was a demographic that I understood. I was married at the time. I felt like I could resonate with some of the phrases, and that I feel like gave me a little bit of an edge in the space. I totally agree with what you're saying. When you're picking a niche, try to find something you can relate to personally, because it's going to make it easier.
And this is the part where people like have the most issues. And so when you're doing research, I'm gonna tell you what we like to look for, right? When we're doing research, these are the three things we also like to look for, okay? I'll bring that back. Some of y'all gonna ask me for it. So we like to look for reviews, like recent, a minimum of 10 to 15. We like to look for sales. Are people buying? And then also, we like to look for any ads, marketing. Is anyone marketing this product? If I don't have a clear picture of all three of these things, I need all three of them checked off, we're not passing go. So while I'm looking at this product and I see, right, to my daughter, love dad, well, review says, hey, for this product, we only got 4 reviews. How frequent is it? Am I seeing frequency? So is it 10 in a week? Is it 5 in a week? What is it? I'm not seeing.
Can you make it a little bigger, Reggie?
Oh, absolutely. I can make it bigger.
There we go. Beautiful.
Definitely. So this is the part where people start to get lost in the sauce. They're like, this is my product because I saw on Etsy it has hundreds of sales. But no, the shop may have 100 sales. But guess what? The reviews on this product isn't it. And it may not be this listing. And so doing it that way, right, can take you some time. But there's other types of tools out there. Shouts out to Cody and that whole team over on Everbee. If you guys have seen my actual podcast, we went over this. And I was like, hey, Cody, I said, Cody, I need this change. But if you want to expedite your journey, so we got the bump method, which is my free method, and then we want to expedite your journey. You can use different tools that can pull that data for you. And I ain't gonna go into that. But what I want you to do is, when this is all said and done, go over to Etsy, do daughter necklace, do daughter acrylic, right? Get everything that you want to see. And yes, get some inspiration. And you know what's crazy? As you're going through this process, you may find that messages that you see on necklaces work on acrylic. And then if you mess around, you might be able to pair the actual necklace with the acrylic. But you didn't hear that from me. You didn't hear that from me, that, you know, there might be a product that they got that they can do things, right, inside that catalog.
It's under bundles.
See? Look. They don't move things around. This is one thing that I usually have a problem with Shine.
Right there.
they'll let me know when they make changes, but they want us to, that's another topic for another time. But listen, these types of gifts here can literally be the difference.
That's beautiful.
Can definitely be the difference. So this is what my wife and I would do on Etsy. So remember, okay, when you're doing your product research, okay, make sure that you guys are looking at the niche plus the product to get inspiration. Now, if you want to know if people are actually buying something, go over to our good friends eBay. Okay, go over to our good friends eBay. Again, type in daughter. Let's say necklace.
By the way, dude, I love this trick. I learned this one from you, and I still use it to this day. This is my favorite thing I think I've ever learned from you.
That's why I'm like, all of a sudden, if somebody's starting to say, "Oh, ShineOn's giving out niches and such," guys, I'm gonna keep it real. If you're waiting on ShineOn to give it to you, listen, you're gonna be waiting for a long time because it's real easy to go and do it. And I ain't hating on them or nothing, but I want to be clear of like how you go and do this too. And I was thinking about how crazy I'm trying to go, but let me show you. So imagine if all of a sudden you clicked on daughter necklace from dad and you type this in and you see all the products, right? So Miss Ecom and I got a few new tricks on the block. Okay, all right. So one of the things I want you to do right away is to determine if someone's buying this product, simply go over to advanced. And before you ask, no, we do not care what the price they're selling it at. We don't care about that because we're going to change the perceived value. When you click on the advanced search on eBay and it actually has your product listed in the keywords section, like enter your keywords, I want you to go ahead and click on completed and sold items and then hit search.
Hey boss, can you make it bigger again?
Lord help me. I usually have that problem at night. She usually tells me the same thing. Can I make it? I appreciate it. I got you. I got it. So by all means, my apologies.
Pineapples.
Okay. So when you go over to the advanced search, make sure you type in, again, daughter necklace. In this case, I'm doing from dad. I may do from granddad. I may from grandpa. Note, those are different search queries and different products. Then I want you to scroll down and I want you to click on completed and sold items, right? And so what you're going to find out when you hit search is that eBay is now going to show you all of the products that were recently sold on their platform. Now you have inspiration to go create. Oh, I got pineapples instantly. Okay, all right, I ain't gonna go too crazy. So when someone's like, oh my gosh, like the world that we live in, listen, the information's there. You just gotta know how to look at it. So I just want to make sure y'all know that this is how we're able to not only see what people are currently buying, but to go and get inspiration from. Go ahead and get inspiration from. Okay? Now, this is the part where once you got that inspiration, we have all different ways we could design it, right? There's all different ways we can use it. We got all different ways to rewrite it. And I can go into that, but we'll be here all day. But this is what we literally do is just go in. Now, I'm going to show you some new stuff that we probably didn't tell you guys last time about. So if all of a sudden you start seeing like maybe up a top seller or whatever is currently making his money, okay? Currently making his money. I want you to go ahead and click on their actual listing. Yep. And you can see 11 people in the last 24 hours did this. You can see 119 sold. Now, what I'm about to show right now, everybody deserves it, right? So I ain't no bad mouthing because I know Michael's like, I don't want sellers thinking, listen, Linda, listen. If y'all do this, you don't got to worry about no sheep. Look, I got people that hate me because they ain't me because this is available. So let me show you something. When we see this red number right here gives us all different types of things we want to do. Number one, we want to go and we want to grab this eBay ID number at the top. Grab that, copy it. Number two, grab a screenshot of this right now. Is it big enough? Grab a screenshot, okay? I don't know if I showed this one before, but I'm gonna show you how we're able to like seriously like figure out who's winning and who's not. That's it, right? If they're making money, we're gonna find it, honey. Okay? Shouts out to all the other, like the Pod U coaches. We all know the same thing, man. We all know the same thing. You get us all together is a combunction. Okay, and I showed this, I think, earlier in the mastermind that you guys hosted earlier this year. So once you guys grab a screenshot of this, I want you to go ahead and paste the actual eBay item ID after this item equals. Grab that whole URL and then go back into your browser and paste it. And what you're going to find out is that you're going to be able to see exactly when people bought this product, giving us a better idea that people actually want this product. And then guess what? From there, we're going to go create 1,000 versions of them. Easy, easy. But there's some things that happened since then, so I guess we're going to go from there. So when you say go create, well, let's just go ahead and take it, for example, right? To my beautiful daughter, whenever you feel overwhelmed, remember whose daughter you are. Yeah, we've seen this a lot. Well, let me show you some things that kind of help me create 10 versions right now. But real quick, do you guys want me to show you guys that? Because I want to make sure we are all on the same time. I know it's 12 o'clock. I want to make sure I ain't, like, Michael, I don't know what your time look like. But
dude, I can go for 3-4 hours on this if we have the time.
Okay, so does anybody want me to show you guys how we can quickly go and create 10 versions of this fast? Okay, you still got to do some designing, right? So you still going to probably have to already create the To My Daughter, but let me just kind of show you something real quick and dirty. Like, we like to use Canva, okay? And just for those that are trying to figure out, this is how we started back in the day, right? This is how we started, right? Just straight up. This is what we do. You know, this ain't our first day. You know what I mean? This is one of our winning products that we've done 6 figures with, okay? Y'all can take a screenshot of that, because what I'm going to show you right now, you're going to create 1,200 versions of it, okay? So boom, after we actually have the product of interest, okay? However you can save this product, right? I'm going to go ahead and click on the product. I want you to go ahead and like save this image somewhere on your computer. Like if you grab a screenshot of it, I'm going to grab a screenshot of it. I'm going to save it real quick, and I'm going to show you something that's dope. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I just want to grab just the actual card itself, okay? I'm going to grab that, okay? I'm going to go ahead and create this again, and I'm going to move and shake, and I'm going to paste it. Now I got my inspiration. Hit save on it now, right? And I'm going to say ShineOn, right? Inspiration, IN, great. So for what I want to do now is I want to go over and talk to James. How many of you guys got a James? I know I do. If you don't know who James is my ChatGPT assistant, okay? The day that he was able to talk to me, I said it was time for me to actually give you a name, right? It was time for me to give you a name. So his name is James. So real quick, you know, we always want to talk to James correctly. Hey, James, how are we doing today? Right? Just want to make sure he's good, right? Yep, we're off to the great things. What things do I want to tackle? So I'm going to say, I got a bunch of ShineOn friends watching me, right? Watching me show you off today. Can you read this image and create 10 versions of it for me? Go ahead from there, attach it, give it some better English. Grab it in there, let it upload, hit upload. It's going to go and do its thing. Give it a little bit, and boom. Some things never change. Okay? So, how many of you guys are doing this right now? Because I'm going to tell you, like, Michael, I saw your face real quick. If you guys send me a text message, just let me know. You know,
dude, you're good. So, no. We built an AI tool right inside of PodU.
Oh,
it does the same thing. You can upload an image and it spits out a bunch of phrases. So this is awesome, dude. This is awesome.
Listen, I'm glad great minds think alike. Great minds think alike. Because I'm assuming then yours must do this too. When you're all said and done, give me the same tone, just in Spanish.
It doesn't do that.
I wanted to make sure. I just wanted to make sure. You know, I wanted to make sure that you know, I ain't look, ShineOn this. Hey, there's always room for improvement. I ain't hating on them, right? I'm just telling you, this is what we do over in our family. This is what we do. And so it can get very interesting because now you guys now have what you need to go and create the design. And you know, over in ShineOn, I ain't hating on them, but a lot of people, for whatever reason, don't use this design and creative section. And if you click on that, right, it brings up like a whole bunch of stuff they got. Now, if I ain't supposed to show this, it's available. But what we do is we come up in here and we hit the template files. And you know what's crazy? If you scroll all the way down, you get some pre-made designs And you know what's crazy? With those pre-made designs, can you imagine if you upload them back into, let's say, like ChatGPT or their app and tell it to give you the actual script to go create or give me more versions? Because I'm assuming you guys are doing this because
hey man, do you care if I share real quick?
hey,
I want to,
I mean, I don't want to talk about your product. It's your product. I mean, it's your world.
bro, you're doing fine. I'm going to give it back to you. Give me 1 sec. I just want to show everybody there's some shortcuts that we've made that I think will help everyone. And so, look, everybody, if you make a ShineOn account, you get access to PodU, right? PodU, it grows with you, right? So there are some paid things behind it, whatever, but a lot of people have access to a lot of what I'm about to show you for free. So you just showed us graphics. Hang on, let me go to this. If you go to graphic.shineon.com, graphics with an S, whoops, .shineon.com. Come on. Is this right? Yeah. That's how you can get to this. Graphics.shineon.com. That'll take you to exactly what Reggie was just showing you. And you can there's tons of free designs and stuff like that in here. Feel free to come back to this and just browse it. But if you pop over to PodU is also a link right there inside of ShineOn. If you make a ShineOn account, you automatically get a PodU account. If you come over to AI tools and you click get started with our AI tools, you log on with your ShineOn ID. You don't have to make a new ID or anything. Go to the rephraser here. You can upload an image right here, and it will automatically rewrite it 10 different times for you. It takes about, 30 seconds or so for an output. Let me pop, while that's loading, let me pop back over to PodU. I'm going to give it back to you in just 1 sec, Reggie. I'm not taking over.
Hey, Michael, can you make it bigger for us?
All right, brother, you got it. So over here on the left, if you go to monthly design packs, we're starting to release designs for people literally every single week. So we've got 2 packs coming right around the corner, probably within the next week or so. And you can take these designs and you can put them on. That one was for that was a back to school one, so we made lots of tote bags. But you can put these on acrylic t-shirts, whatever, right? You can come in here and browse these as you want. I'm going to pop back over to here, and then I'm going to hand it back to you, Reggie. So you can see we just uploaded this image here, and it read it, and it just spit out 10 different variations of the phrase. Now, the way ours was built is the first phrase it puts out is 10% different. The next one's 20% different. The next one's 30% different, and so on. And as Reggie said, there's a bunch of different ways up the mountain on generating these new unique phrases, but we built some tools that will help people, like especially if you're brand new, do this stuff like that. Like these kinds of things did not exist when Reggie and I were just getting started. I would have killed for some of these freaking tools, right? I would have killed for Reggie to live stream what he just did. Like that stuff you had to pay for 5-6 years ago. So it's pretty incredible. Reggie's here giving all that away for free. Reggie, I'm going to hand it back to you. Just go ahead and pop her back up.
So, what I love about what we're doing right now together is like there's so many different ways to, get in the game and move and shake. And when I tell people that, ShineOn got pre-designs that you can literally upload and move and shake on and go ahead and have the phrase recreated, they might be down. Look, they even give you I don't want to be mean, but they give you some of the video creations and such, right? It's all there for you. You just got to go and look at it, right? And I'm going to be real, Mike. One of the things I felt that could be better is it kind of got to be organized a little more because the catalog's getting a bit out of hand. And so, like I said, people will miss these items because it's like, well, what are we focusing on? What should I be looking for? But this is how I quickly go and find some designs quickly. And then don't tell anybody I told you this, okay? But if all of a sudden, if you wanted to just kind of get a lump of coal for really, for real for Christmas, once you actually find, let's say the pre-designs, for example, the pre-designs, right?
Can I share your screen again, Reggie? I took it down and I forgot to bring it up.
Go ahead, do your thing. Sorry.
All right. So this is you, right? Or is this me?
No, it's me.
Okay.
So imagine if you got the pre-designs, right? And so let's say this one they just gave us, okay? So Santa done shipped this to us, right? Well, what would happen if you accidentally right-clicked on this product, or let's say you downloaded this product and you went ahead and you told AI to give you like more versions or to create you a script to create multiple versions of it. Like that's all there for you. For example, if I went ahead and said, let me click download here, right? And I'm gonna download that actual design, and ShineOn may have some features I don't know about, right? But the reality is that the creation of these designs, these products, is so much easier than when we first got started, that it's like, hey guys, can you just quickly upload something and get the ad up and running? So let me explain, right? So again, I'm gonna do the same thing, and then, I'm gonna go ahead and do it the bum method. We call it the bum method, right? If I don't got no money, but just a library card, and I got, access to the internet, it's game on. So I can go ahead and go back over to, let's say, ChatGPT and say, hey, right, here's a prompt, right? And I got some prompts. Let me see here. Let me find the prompt. I created some prompts for y'all. You got to walk through it. I might give y'all this because I was thinking about it today. But like, let's say, for example, I said, create a round memorial ornament featuring, like, I got to give it very specific things. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys, like, we started to create these different prompts. And what we do is we'll go over to, like, I don't know, Bing Image Creator, for example, right? And they give you credits, and there's all types of other ones. ShineOn may have something too. And
dude, I might have to screen share one more time when you're done here.
All right now. Hey, listen, hey, we got, look, I've been telling you for a minute, just give me equity and we be straight. But, you know what I mean? So to each his own, but we come in here and we hit create, and what it's going to do with these types of prompts now is it's going to go ahead and create an actual ornament that we can literally go in and upload into ShineOn and move and shake. And while it does take a little bit, it's going to give you all different things. We kind of got a list of them, but you guys see what I mean? So what if I did the same?
Dude, this is what is this one again?
Let me stop sharing my screen. You said you got it already. I want to say nothing. I mean, I don't want to hold you up. You show me what you're working with.
Yeah, all right, I'll show you. That one's pretty awesome, dude. That one is pretty cool.
I didn't want to see whose stick is bigger, but that's Bing Image Creator.
Bing Image Creator. Well, we'll be caught up here before long. So check this out. Well, this is our own image generator, and you can see I took the exact image that you just suggested. I popped it in here. I'm going to choose my aspect ratio. Let's just use square for fun. I'm going to click generate image, and it's going to generate an image that should keep the overall design and theme rough. That's not right at all. I just did this, and it was perfect. I just did it before I shared.
Hey, if you're having performance issues, I understand. It's okay. I understand. You got to talk to James. You see, James gonna give me what I need. Don't be trying to. I mean, this is your show. Hey, to each his own. Would you like me to give you one of my prompts? Would you like me to give you one of my prompts to help you out?
It just freaking worked.
Hey, I have that problem too sometimes. It's all right. Okay.
There we go.
Oh, that looks so.
There we go.
That looks so sophisticated. That looks so nice. I like the way that spit it out for you.
I wonder if I just needed to re-upload it. Hang on, let's try again. I wonder if like the cache or something like kind of cleared because I generated it once and I just refreshed it. Let's try one more time. I'm gonna hand it back to you.
No worries. Do what you gotta do. While you doing that, I think I'm gonna go play some games. So
wow, that's so. Let's see. Ornament design. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna have to talk to.
You gotta talk to that development team. Let them know if they need me to stop by. I can tell them some of my ideas.
When you add the prompt to keep the text, though, it seems to be doing that pretty well. Yeah, check that out.
So you might want to go ahead and create like a legend or a how-to video.
Yeah. Oh, we're working on that already. That's coming. Yeah.
I'm sure you guys got that, but if you guys want my list, I might share it with Michael. But I got some other things too. To each his own. He asked me earlier. He's like, "Do you got anything you want to teach?" And I'm like, "Maybe." Maybe.
Dude, your stuff is great. I just want to show that like we're really focused on helping the brand new person just kind of get on their feet. And then like what we want to do is be a bridge for the new person and folks like you, right? Because you can take somebody from A to Z. I just want to get them to ABC, right? To steps 1, 2, 3, to having a store, getting some designs up, maybe getting a first sale, but I want to hand them off to where they can get inside a community like yours, where you have 40, 50 coaches, you have calls every single day, where you can really help them mature and take things to the next level. So a lot of what you're seeing here with the tools, with PodU, that's what we're trying to do. We're really trying to help with that day zero education, as we call it here at ShineOn. And then we're trying to be a bridge to folks like you.
I totally get it. I totally get it. So, this last piece, if we're talking about getting up and running, okay, if we're talking about get up and running, I want to make sure that everybody has learned something from this call tonight. Or today. So first, we now understand the importance of winning niches plus the product to be able to go get research. We also saw quickly how to get not only the words and the verbs together or even the creation from AI. And then the next piece is when it's time to launch. I want to create an ad to actually launch. Does Pod, you got anything like that? Because we can go over to that. But I was going to
go for you go for it. I won't interrupt again. I won't interrupt again.
I don't think the development team's gonna get lunch after this, but it's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right. So I'm just gonna go ahead and kind of show you guys something that can help.
So hey, Reggie, you're not sharing again.
No, I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet.
All right.
So I'm building up. I appreciate you. So I want to show you guys, I'm gonna tell you, man, listen. Whoo! If you guys have ever spent some time looking at the ad creatives over on Meta Library, it's crazy to think about where we were and I don't know, 2019, 2020 to now. And so I remember I used to have to pay people to actually create creatives and even more so, give me a voiceover, right? Give me a voiceover. And so I got all different types of tools that I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen now so he can go ahead and do his thing, right? But I want to be clear, what I want you guys to grasp from this, and of course we're having fun, is that the tools are only as good as your ability to put it all together. So I want to be able to, number one, identify the market that is, yes, buying. Do my research on that. Number two, where's it at? Where's my book at? Right, inside our actual planner, for our family members. Shouts out to all of our actual teams that put this together. I'm just going to show you guys our system. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's just what we do every single day to move more efficiently. Thank you, Mike. And basically, this is what we do, okay? I want to just kind of, if you see it again, you saw it here first. You understand? If you see it again, you saw it here first. But this is what we do every day. And real quick, when Michael created his course way back when, I kind of borrowed this, but I added my own version to it. So I didn't even create it. Look at him. He got quiet. Go ahead, get off from you. I didn't hear you. I didn't hear you.
Oh, I said the boxes look vaguely familiar.
So, I created my own version now. I did the American way now. So, Michael had his own way. And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. But this is what y'all need to be doing every single day. Okay? Every single day. This is what we do. So make sure y'all grab a screenshot of it because it's super importante, right? So we did the research. We did the design. Now it's time to create an ad creative. Okay? So now I'm going to share my screen and show you guys ways to create your ad creatives quickly. Now, I'm going to keep it real. Miss Ecom and I have personally made millions, multiple millions, okay? Multiple millions. I'm talking about 8-figure millions just with picture ads. Just with picture ads. And so I'm going to share my screen so you guys can see it, but you don't have to go crazy with it. You just got to keep it simple, stupid. Let me go ahead. Thank you. So when I say just picture ads, it's something that's very simple that may just have hey, this melted my heart, right? We just kept it simple. But then we also started to go ahead and create all different types of video ads, and that's the world that we're in. And again, we still make good money just with, yes, video ads of opening the box. But AI has made it pretty easy now to kind of go and create an actual video that you can really launch ads with. Now, they're not perfect. You may need to add something. This is Creatify. You probably heard of it. What I love about it is if you click, after you sign in and they give you some free tokens, if you go ahead and say, hey, URL to video ad, and you hit create now, what it's going to ask you for is for the product. So this is one of my actual stores, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and grab it, copy it, and I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna literally paste it. From here, when I go ahead and hit analyze URL, it's going to go ahead and it's going to scan what's on the page. Now, you know what's dope about this? If you go back into ShineOn and you add those additional mockups for some of our members like Jorge and Gabriella that's still up in there, I know some of you guys are like, they look familiar. Yeah, they were models for it. It can go ahead and create you all different types of versions. AI can do it. So from here, I can leave it all as is. I'm going to hit next, which is cool. I'm going to tell it I want to do a TikTok, or I can tell it TikTok or Facebook, whatever case may be. I can tell it how long I want. But the target audience here is where people get like caught up in, right? But you know, with artificial intelligence, you can have it give you the avatar. So now I can go back over to ChatGPT. Thanks, James. I am currently creating an ad on Facebook using Creatify, and it asked for the avatar that would be interested in this product. Can you help me? It's going to go ahead now, and it's going to literally create your customer avatar. I'm then going to go ahead, and I'm going to just give it, the more that you give it, sometimes it can be a double-edged sword, but it now has the avatar. And if you guys are doing any type of Facebook or any type of like TikTok ads, this is very important because real quick, my daughter products, when I go over on TikTok, I just click male and I do 25 and up. And I exclude anybody above 55 because they cost me the most money. So what I'm gonna literally do is I'm gonna grab this, I'm gonna copy it, I'm gonna go back over here, I'm gonna paste it, and I'm gonna hit next. And what is it going to do now that it has that is it's going to go ahead and create the perfect opportunity. See, Michael's typing over there. Something's going on. Right? You see what I'm saying? Popcorn's going on. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to get, look. First look, where he get that document from? Now they're like, he got some things that we might want to borrow. But look, I'm going to hit smart match. I'm going to let it do its thing. And it will go ahead and it will generate you an actual video ad with your avatar that you can literally upload over on TikTok and yes, start running an ad for right now. Right? Josh's like, he taking notes, man. Look, Gail's like, I know you are all drooling. And so here we are. Now, I'm going to say render directly, but this is what it put together already.
We can't hear it, but that is freaking cool, dude.
But yeah, my apologies. But yes, this is something that it can literally go and create right from there. You can see I got credits available, and there's all the types of options. And so what we put together today, shouts out to Precious, was Precious wanted to give you some of our top actual AI tools that we use, like OpenArt, like DALL-E, like Creatify, 11 Labs, like ChatGPT. And I know ShineOn is doing their thing too. And I know we've been on here for about an hour and a half, but this is what we do in our family every single day to move and shape, right? And I just want to give you guys an opportunity to like understand that the ability to, yes, again, like design, research, tasks, man, it's all a clickable button. But if you pair that with your actual why am I doing this? Then what's stopping you?
Dude, this was awesome. That was awesome stuff, man.
You know, just a little bit of something. I know you asked earlier. I know you're up on your game. It's a little bit. I'm not so sophisticated on this. Is just little things that we found along our way. That I hope. Did anybody get any value from this? Right? I want to make sure like you guys understand that everything that we just did, you guys can literally move and shake right now. Go inside ShineOn's actual catalog. And man, I didn't even tell you guys what we're doing over on TikTok and TikTok Shop and being able to sell these products live and make money too. Like I ain't even get there yet, but maybe depending on if I get a cold from what I showed earlier, we might be able to come back and share a little bit of that with y'all.
Dude, 100%. We'd love to have you back on. Also, I'm gonna work on a deal for your group specifically. Some kind of, especially for the people that are new to ShineOn, maybe we hook you up with some Shine Cash, maybe a free trial to Empire Builder so they can get some of that sweet discount here as we move into Q4. I'll get back to you though, because it's not ready. So I'm going to work with the team. We'll come up with something and we'll work with you. Maybe next week you can share it with everybody who's on the stream.
And if you guys want these documents, I can share them to Michael. Michael will do his thing, but
100%, dude.
We want you guys to get that value. So I hope you guys saw quickly. Like if we had what we have now, it'd be game over. It'd be game over.
I totally agree with you on that. 7 years ago, when we just got started, dude, the product selection sucked. The product quality sucked. And there was like no training. Like it was really hard to figure out how to do this stuff 7-8 years ago. I would have killed for this kind of stuff.
Listen,
this is game changing.
I don't even know, Michael, if they know, but like even like some of their high perceived products, like their blankets. Listen, guys, we did $100,000 in 4 days selling blankets. And I was surprised when I got this in the mail from ShineOn. I said, they done hooked me up. They done gave us some mugs over here.
So I didn't know I got puppies.
Some Christmas ornaments. I got me a whole mouse pad on my other desk back there. I'm like, ShineOn, look at me. So you tell me you got quality education, quality coaches, and quality products. What can't we do together?
Dude, absolutely. Look, let's end it on. I want people to leave this feeling motivated, right? Because the fact of the matter is, and I know you experienced this too, success didn't come overnight when we started. Like it's not going to fall out of the sky. It's not guaranteed. It's not like, click this and get rich. It's not how this works at all. Print on demand, it really is a skill set, and it takes time to learn, and it takes practice. It's like anything else. It's like basketball or golf or whatever you want to be good at. It takes time. It takes lots of iterations to get there. But if you have the education, if you have the right coaching, it can shrink that time, right? You can advance your skill level faster. Success still isn't guaranteed. I'm not saying that at all, but it can really help shorten that learning curve, right? So if you've been in the trenches for a while and you've been trying for a while and you're struggling to get your first wins, my encouragement to you would be hang in there, right? Hang in there. Don't give up. The thing about print on demand is that 9 out of 10 of the designs you launch probably aren't going to work. They aren't going to work. You are looking for those 1, 2, the 5 out of 200 that you launch where you make all your money back. The ones that do hit and resonate and win. Matt Baugh is somebody I've talked about a handful of times before because his journey is just so. There's so many like aha moments in his journey, but I remember the biggest one when he shared it with me was he tested 146 designs, I think it was, before he hit his first winner. And he knew that because he was an accountant and he tracked it all in a spreadsheet.
That was it? Because, damn, he did it faster than us. Because, hey, real quick, for those that know our story, how many actual ads and products that we test before we found our first winner? Let me see who's the closest. Let's see inside the chat, because between Matt and Mario, they know the name of the game is a numbers game, and I totally support that. But let me see in the chat, how many people actually know how many campaigns that look. They already know. Our first 7 figures came after. That's right, over 2,000.
Holy crap!
Designs. Over 2,000. They know. Because I opened up the ad campaign and I showed them. I said, and guys, the crazy thing about it over in our family is that I got hundreds and hundreds of, not thousands and thousands of designs that we never even tested. Because it was we constantly became the machine. We constantly became the machine. So I just want to make sure y'all guys know.
You got to focus on the process and the output and not necessarily the result, right? And I want everybody to hear that, because when you see guys like Reggie and Tanya, and you see, you hear about some of the other people that I've had on, or you hear about some of the winning campaigns I've run, it can sound like we just, we spent a week on this and then, our bank account was blown up. That is not how this works at all, right? It took lots of what Reggie just did. It took him doing that 1,500 times, 2,000 times. Right before he got the hang of it and he really started to feel it. It's like that for everybody. I've shared this before. I started with Gear Bubble back in the day. I think I have like 72 pages worth of designs inside a gear bubble before I ever got traction, right? But it takes grit. It takes determination. It takes you reaching down deep inside of yourself and finding your why, right? So you can stay in this and you can outlast your failures. That's a lot of what this game is about. I say it all the time, but if you don't give up for long enough, you win. If you don't give up for long enough, you win. That right there is what this is all about.
You mean that only those that are willing to come this far can possibly find out how far one can go?
There you go, man. Yes.
Listen, guys. I want you guys to take massive action quickly. There are so many different ways and so many different strategies. One of the strategies that we're showing over in our family right now is what we just showed you guys, how to, yes, utilize an engine like TikTok to organically get those revenue and drive traffic back to your store. Okay? So think about that for a minute. I think a lot of people get caught up with, man, it was hard. My wife and I would literally sit there and open up this damn box 1,000 times. But what will happen now with all the tools that we showed you? You can go ahead and expedite your journey and consistently post 2 to 3 times a day. Now you're getting traction to your page. In your bio, you now have your actual store's URL. Now you're able to generate revenue just by doing these simple steps. I'm telling you guys, there's too many ways to win. It was a Q4 that changed my life. It is a Q4 that's going to change your life. It is not only staying connected, locked in, attending these actual like Coffee with Michaels and the whole team that can not only inspire you, but the biggest thing that you guys are going to need is that implementation and that execution.
Yes. Also, like there is just value in learning the skill sets of an entrepreneur, of a digital marketer, some of the design stuff. There's tons of value in that. We have had people come through ShineOn and later they get back to us and they say, hey, thanks so much for what you had and the opportunities you provided. Because I went on to join a marketing agency and now I'm a director over here at this marketing agency. Like I've gotten feedback like that before. So like there's value in the journey, right? Like don't get hyper focused on the result. The sad thing is, I hate to say this because it can be such a downer, but the result may never come. But you got to focus on the journey. You got to focus on the skill set, the iteration, the being 1% better than you were yesterday, right? And outlasting your failures. That's how you get anywhere in life. That is how you get anywhere in life. And it's true for this print-on-demand journey as well. So, Reggie, let's hand it over to you. Tell people if they want to learn more from you, where can they go? How can they get connected up with you? How can they learn more about the Ecom family?
Definitely. Let me go ahead and share my screen. So you still got my screen being shared?
Yeah.
There we go. So if you guys want to actually catch up with us, the easiest way is just go to ecomfamily.com and honestly sign up for one of our actual live, never pre-recorded master classes. And guess what, guys? Like, you go ahead and check us out there. Just go ahead and register. If you want to even check us out on our social pages, right? That works too. We're always posting content. We're always giving game. And we have so many different ways for you guys to connect with us and learn more about us. But ecomfamily.com, right? Or ecomfamilyacademy.com brings you right to us. And trust me, we'll break it all down. And like I said, a lot of people, not many people saw this. This is how we got started. This is what we did. They only see the outcome, just like Mike was just saying. But the reality is that we just didn't give up. We just didn't give up. That was it. We didn't give up. We realized that, guess what? While I wouldn't say I disagree with, well, success may not ever come. No, success will come if you're consistently chasing it. If you're consistently moving and shaking with it. Success is inevitable as long as you don't give up, right? Because when we were doing this, everybody called us crazy, right? But then it became, you know what, I want to do this. And what's crazy about it, during that journey of us doing it, like no one knew who we were. No one knew exactly what we were doing. And then guess what? ShineOn was like, hey, who'd you learn these skills from? And like, my coach? What coach? Oh, Mr. Ecom. What? Like top winner, right? Like, where'd they come from? Well, we learned exactly how to take our products, our messages, that skill set that Mike was just saying, and put it in front of the right people on the right platform and just do it consistently every single day. We learned how to fail fast, fail often, fail consistently, and let nothing stop you. And be around those that elevate you, not literally tolerate you. That's what we did.
Totally, dude. Totally, man. It's consistency is the big one. Consistency, being in a supportive, engaged community is going to lift you up and go to bat for you. All right, ecomfamilyacademy.com.
ecomfamilyacademy.com or ecomfamily.com. Either way, they can catch us there. And we, again, I look forward to seeing your first sales inside the ShineOn group. I'd like to hear more about what you're able to do. When I tell you it's endless possibilities, there's endless ways to skin the cat. There's so much more that, like, man, don't even get me started, that I'm super excited for. And the biggest thing though is you guys got to take massive action.
Dude, 100. This, by the way, like, this is the best time all year to take action. Like, it is, there's nothing else like it throughout the calendar year. Q4, like the next 8 weeks or so, the demand for the type of family gifts that we have at ShineOn and that Reggie is teaching you how to make, it is unparalleled. It's unfathomable how big the demand is. Everybody, think about this. Everybody has a mom, has a dad, probably has siblings. A lot of people end up having kids. A lot of people still have spouses. Like, they're buying gifts for all of them, because if they don't, they're a dirtbag. This is my favorite type of holiday. It's called a compulsory gift-giving holiday. You're morally obligated to buy gifts. Hello, McFly, if you get these out in front of the right people with the right message at the right time,
I don't know what y'all working on. I think one of the next calls you probably should have, Michael, is what's holding you back? Because we do that weekly. What's holding you back? Because that's the part where in our family, we want to tackle that firsthand. What's holding you back from reaching your goals if you knew, if you followed this consistent enough, it was possible? And it has never been a time like this where I'm telling you guys right now, there's a young lady, I don't want to get into it because, man, I'm telling you, I'm holding it back for our EFA family. I know we got an event later, but guys, it's never been a time where you can gain a following, be able to unlock the ability to go live with people that are not in your following and showcase products, have them directly be fulfilled by ShineOn, and simply all you got to do is go live every single night. There's a young lady that we follow right now, and we have several students that are doing it right now, that has done in the last 30 days almost $300,000 selling holiday apparel.
Holy crap.
And I'm just like, there ain't never a time for it to be like this. Hell, we had a student do $90,000 in 15 days just selling blankets. You guys have access to it. You guys see exactly what we do. So remember, only those that are willing to come this far can possibly find out how far one can go. Success is inevitable as long as you don't give up.
All right. Well, now we got a good topic for part 2, huh?
If you have us back. And real quick, I apologize. We got the inside scoop. Want to get you started.
No, dude, you're good, man. You didn't step in it at all. If you stepped in it, we'll edit it before it gets up to you.
It sounds like the election.
All right. Hey, everybody. Guys, thanks for coming on. This was awesome. I definitely want to do a part 2. If you guys liked having Reggie and Tanya on here, give it up in the comments right now. And until next time, everybody, take some massive action. Happy selling.
Move and shake, baby.
Laters.